He's taking.
He literally just took a crap on your floor. Can I show this? He's literally.
Oh, Bento, you're making such a bad day.
Oh, Bento. I just got to Andrew Francis's penthouse. I'm getting in the elevator. We're gonna go interview him. It's gonna be awesome. Andrew Francis, coming at you. Hey, bro. Yeah. Act on. You didn't tell me that was gonna happen.
Oh, you watch out. It'll take
It But I find that
it looks so good when I'm watching myself.
All right, YouTube people, look who I got here. This guy here, Andrew Francis. Andrew, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, happy to be here. Pound it out.
You're stronger than me, that hurt. Finally, I got this guy. We're gonna ask him all your questions. Now, would you consider yourself the James Dean of voiceover?
The James Dean of voiceover?
Yes.
Oh, I would love to consider myself as that.
This guy,
I hope that everybody else considers me as that.
Okay, this guy oozes the cool factor. It's true. If you're in a session and he pulls up on his motorbike, what do you have? Is it a Harley?
That's a Ducati.
Ducati. That's like is that a faster bike?
It's kind of like Ferrari of motorcycles-ish.
He drives a Ferrari of motorcycles.
It's Italian. That's the only reason it goes together. And then look, absolutely so good.
And he pulls up and he puts his helmet up and he just goes.
That's just called taking off your helmet.
No, dude. Everybody's like, oh, here's Mr. Cool, man. Francis. I'm telling you.
I can't help it.
You're like the James Dean of voiceover. Instagram.
Yes, my Instagram.
Why is your name wrong?
So now, my name's wrong because I tried to keep some ambiguity, is that the word?
That's right.
Yeah, I tried to keep that at first. And then I realized that I have like 190 followers. And I had somebody, a girl come over and go, okay, by the way, we need to work on your Instagram. It's not on fleek. Is that the word?
Fleek?
On fleek? Apparently that's a new word that people say. I don't know what it means, but I think it's a bad thing. So I have to cut down on like that. I post like 7 pictures of my dog in a row, you know what I mean?
Right,
People are like,
yes.
all right, enough with the dog. Told me that there's a way to change your name.
Okay, are we gonna do that? Are we gonna change it?
Yeah, let's change it.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the end of this interview, part number 1, go to at least I'll link your stuff, right?
Yeah, sure.
I'll link his Twitter, I'll link his, you on Facebook too?
Yeah, Facebook as Andrew Michael Scott.
I'll link all that below. But what we're gonna do though is change his Instagram to just Andrew Francis.
Andrew Francis.
Right? Okay, now if you go to me and go to my followers, he'll be number 3. And immediately you can just link in. I think we should show him some love.
Lucky number 3.
A little slow, Andrew. Show him some love. Let's bring all of you guys over to Andrew's account.
Maybe he'll give away. Please.
Nice.
This is his favorite toy, lamb chop. Because it's the first show that I ever did when I was 6 years old.
You were a lamb?
Lamb chops play along where kids come to play along.
No, dude, what is that? Is that a commercial or something?
No, this is like, you know, there's Sherry Lewis was a woman who had lamb chop and she would do this. This is Sherry Lewis.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe nobody is old enough to remember this.
It doesn't matter, I care.
But there's Hush Puppy, Charlie Horse, and Lamb Chop.
And you were the lamb chop?
No, and I was the kid who loved listening to the stories from the ventriloquist Lamb Chop.
On camera?
On camera. And if anybody can find it, send it to me because I can't find a single clip of myself anymore. It's real tough.
That's awesome.
Get out of here!
Here I thought it was just a really good...
I think I threw it in the
You literally threw the toy on the bed and Benzo's bringing it back! Well, this is not going as planned. Now, as you know, that most of the people on my channel are huge Lego Ninjago fans.
Right.
You actually came... One of the reasons why you're here first, I would say, arguably, but a very strong argument, that you have come up as the most favorite villain of all time. Because if that guy falls, like that would be really bad if we watched.
Nope. I think he's past the window. Like it'd be kind of cool, just like hanging off buildings and like cleaning.
Dude, I'm scared of heights.
Oh really?
Yeah,
well,
I'm actually scared of
that
heights.
wouldn't work. Yeah.
The Ferris wheel is the most terrifying. Like honestly, you go to Disneyland, you can put
you go to the Ferris wheel?
No, the one
You're gonna get scared, baby.
The one that rotates like this in California.
Oh, is it? That's like the Caribbean ship, isn't it? Isn't it like that?
No, not cartoon.
No, not that.
If you go on a Ferris wheel, it slags in Disneyland. Okay, it goes shh. And I'm like, oh. What do you like best about Morro?
What do I like best about Morro? Well, I mean, there's not a heck of a lot to like about Morro necessarily. I mean, what I like about Morro is playing a villain who is a younger villain, because a lot of times I'll play, the big bad, like that kind of thing, right? Where he was more of like a jealous villain. I think he was taught by Sensei Wu and was thought to be the one, right? And then the Green Ninja, but then he actually necessarily wasn't. So I like the fact that he's got a chip on his shoulder, you know? And so it's fun playing a guy who's always kind of got some sort of issues, right? I think that's my favorite part about playing him, I guess.
Okay. Did you like voicing him?
I really did like voicing him, yeah, a lot. Well, first of all, I liked hanging out with you guys, because I think you guys are an awesome cast, right?
You are pretty good.
Pretty good, a lot of talent in that room, and also just such an amazing show that, I was thrilled to get the part, and I was thrilled for him to be such a big part of season.
He was huge.
But when I didn't get any of the parts that these guys got on the original thing, it was so happy to come in and actually play like a legitimate role for one of the seasons.
Yeah.
I was overjoyed to be on Ninjago. I mean, it's such a quality show.
Props to him, he did a good job. If you could, now this is kind of going with what you were just saying, would you have rather gotten one of the ninja?
Yeah. It would have been nice to get it.
Let's put this aside, because the reason why he's saying this is money. Because, hold on. Because the more we work on, the more episodes we work on, the more money we make. Okay,
sure.
So let's put that aside.
Yeah.
And let's pretend that Morro had the same amount of episodes as Zane or any of the ninja.
Right.
Now the question would be, because I think that's more interesting. Because now you're like, if you were even, if you were like legit every episode.
Okay, let's say, okay, yeah. Right.
Would you rather still be one of the, because it's not fair to ask him one season compared to all our seasons.
Right, of all the seasons. You know, I would have liked to have played Morro, actually. I think that you guys did such a good job as each of your ninja, that I think that you guys got perfectly cast, right? So like, I'm happy that that happened. Okay. But if Morro was in all the seasons, I would have liked to have played him, because I usually play hero voices.
Do you think that he got whiny at all?
Yes, I do think he got whiny.
And did you do that?
I think his whole, did I do it on purpose? That was the direction, right? Right. He was always supposed to have sort of an air of, I guess, jealousy.
The reason why I say that, there hasn't been a lot of negative about your character. But I remember one or two comments saying he wasn't my favorite because I found him too whiny. And that's not when you're acting. That's
well, if you really want to do, everything had that sort of whine character to him. Like, oh, you really think so?
It had to sit in that, right? I think that it had to be done to differentiate his voice and his character from the heroes, right? Because the heroes, I mean, you guys have very, I'd say, clean voices. You know what I mean? Like, you all know exactly what you're trying to get. It's on the good side of things, right? That sort of deal. But yeah, I mean, the whiny part was always not easy to stick with, because I wanted him to have more range. Right. But there's really no place for him to have range when he's playing. I wouldn't call it a secondary character, but a secondary character to.
Well, if he's written that way, which he was. Like
he was.
The lines were like.
And the direction from the voice director sort of pushed it that way as well, right? Yeah. We want it to be needy, we want it to be whiny, that sort of stuff.
I personally liked it like that. How do you get that amazing voice? Like,
see, that's not gonna work. That's just not gonna work.
Bento, I'm about to praise him. How do you get that amazing voice? Like, both evil, but seductive.
You're literally naming my two best callers.
I'm not done. When I first heard his voice for the first time, I nearly fainted for how irresistible it is.
Okay, now that I agree with.
This is true. Are you just putting it on, or is this just you?
Well, my voice, like I started when I was 6 years old doing cartoons and stuff, right? So I did about 40 cartoons before I was 9.
40 cartoons?
No, sorry, my bad. 40 commercials.
Commercials.
I started at voice acting when I was 9 years old, doing Sammy the Squirrel, which me and Carl have tried to find over and over again, and we can't find it.
Sammy the Squirrel, anybody know?
If anybody can find Sammy the Squirrel, please send it to me. I would love to see it. And so then, yeah, I did a bunch of stuff at Ocean, a lot of ADR stuff. And then I booked Monster Rancher, which was 110 episodes. It was a huge, huge deal. I remember my mom called me and said, "You booked Genki! You booked Genki!"
Is that how your mom talks like that?
Not really at all.
Okay. I don't want your mom to watch this and be like, "Andrew, I don't sound like that at all."
Mom doesn't know how to put www dot in, so I don't think she'll get this far. But so when I booked that, I went away. My mom was a flight attendant. I got to go away to Hawaii with her for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I came back, and the show was sort of being recorded to air. And so I had to do 3 days in a row, which was 9 to 6, 9 to 6, 9 to 6 at Ocean Studios. And so I went in there and did the 3 days in a row. And a lot of the voiceover that the character does is him like on rollerblades and then running off a cliff going, "Here I go!" Like just yelling his face off, right?
And you're like 9 years old at the time?
No, I was probably about 12.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I did that, and after the 3 days I got a thing called nodes on my vocal cords.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. And so for anybody who doesn't know, nodes are like blisters that happen on your vocal cords where it's not a good thing. So you have two decisions. You can either not talk for 2.5 weeks-ish and let them try and heal themselves and see what happens, or you can do a surgery and get them removed. And I decided to let them be. I wrote everything on a piece of paper for 2.5 weeks, you know, except for a few cheats that I had, like, and then when I came out of it, I had, "So, you can totally talk like, you know, a 12-year-old boy, or, well, 12, maybe 13-year-old, somewhere around there," and then, "Man, you've never seen this thing. Then I get this huge, you know, older,
You went through puberty because of nodes?
Because of nodes. No, I have a career because of nodes.
Oh, seriously, your voice was really high pitched and all of a sudden you had nodes and you came out like a man?
And I came out like a man, and after the next season they wanted to recast the character because they said your voice is so much lower now, right?
Wow.
And Carl was the one who stuck by me and said, "Let's do it." It happened that between seasons the character grew up 3 years.
Okay.
So that helped a little bit. So I would still have to make it sound younger, but I think it's what gave me a career in voice.
No, that's not true. You would have, you know what? I don't agree, because acting gives you a career.
That's true.
And you were already a good actor.
Vocal range is also huge.
True,
right?
But dude, your normal voice alone, as you said, like action hero, good actor, and I've talked about this, that acting's everything, you would still work.
I think
Just
it's
even
still
with one voice, you'd still work.
Yeah, and that may be true.
Do you watch Ninjago?
Do I watch Ninjago? No, I do not.
Have you seen any Ninjago?
No, I have not.
This is the, can we pull out your computer?
Yeah, please.
Okay, forget this. Do you know that people like love reaction videos? Like,
I did not know that, no.
people just love reactions. Watch your death. Hold on. Hold on.
The death! Oh, I haven't seen any of this!
Hold on. For the first time, watching his death.
Oh, he's dying. Didn't say a word. Wow, this looks awesome. I'm gonna watch this show. He won't do it! He won't do it, Sensei Wu! Oh, he did!
Watch that Suzer line. Sounds like you said
You
it.
can only save those who want to be saved.
Yeah, that's right!
Goodbye, Sensei.
Then you smile.
Oh, and the smile?
And then,
Sensei Wu!
then you die.
Or do I?
You know you die.
That was awesome!
Yeah. What do you think? You like it?
Yeah, I thought that guy who played Morro was the best.
Yeah.
Was actually
High five to that one.